NLE Choppa has released From Dark to Light this year.
It's 13 songs, 40 minutes long.
Yeah, he's released a couple of other things this year. There was, one other thing mainly. There's a couple other singles, but there's Top Shotta that came out in August. So a lot of things, and I just kind of didn't want to kind of like, on name alone, listen to it. But like in August, we had our hands full with music-wise anyway, so.
And we try to spice it up anyways too and do different things.
Okay, we got NLE Choppa now, so we're equal opportunity here on Audioface.
And this is, yeah, I actually like this album. I'm surprised. It's decent. It's that pop, trap, pop category that I like to call it. It's that, the throw in the XXXTentacion, with a little less abuse into it for some of the songs, where it's that like,
as far as we know right now.
Yeah, very true. But anyways, there's the intro thing that kind of plays into the album, but whatever, it's intro, so it doesn't matter. Bryson, the first song, I think is quite a good opening track for the album. It's like his flow is just keeps going over and over and over, and it's pretty good. There's a lot in that track where I had to listen to it a couple of times just to make sure I didn't miss anything. There was a part at the end which is hilarious. He's like, I'm even eating vegan. Like, I'm going over to these vegan restaurants. I don't go to Chick-fil-A, even though my vegan place is closed on Sundays, but fuck that shit. It's bad for you. I'm like, whoa,
I think it's even the other way around. Just like Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays anyway, so fuck it. My vegan place is open on Sundays.
And I was like, whoa. All right, pause for a sec. This guy just went on a vegan rant. All right, I like it already.
It's going in.
He's going in hot. Yeah.
I'm a little new to NLE Choppa, so maybe I don't know this, but grapes are his thing. And so Picture Me Grapin' is a third song on there.
I mean, he's vegan, so
that I gotta...
Allegedly.
I'm sure, and I just like, again, the word grapin' is just not something I very much enjoy to say. But it's a very interesting, like it has almost like an Anderson .Paak level of groove to it, but that's like just the way it's. But like Anderson .Paak is like a fully instrumentally fleshed out thing.
Oh yeah.
Whereas this is just like, it sounds like an Anderson .Paak type beat.
Yeah, exactly.
You're taking the style, but this is just like in very much the confines and construction of a lightly trap and B song and album, which is very good. I really like it. It's a good, like again, gets that flow there. Yeah. It's upbeat, it's peppy, has like some range and variety to it. So very much enjoyed that. You continue through other songs, and it's very feature light.
Because you have Moonlight with Big Sean, who I actually liked Big Sean's album, and there's a song Why Do I Stop, which I've been listening to a bit this year. Wow. Which I'm surprised.
You gonna chord pack that?
I'm gonna chord pack that. Yeah, I'm gonna chord pack that album probably. Maybe just a little bit, just for that song.
Oh wait, we did. We did.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't we do that at Detroit too? Yeah.
We did. Just so. Oh my God, so much of my life, just like.
Oh yeah, and also that album was long as fuck, but the opening track was very good.
Yeah.
But anyways, I actually liked Big Sean and NLE Choppa together. I think they complement each other very well. The thing that is very different to the Lil Uzi Vert Future album that we reviewed earlier is their voices are so much better. Like they can actually rap while holding a pitch, holding a tune without much effect, barely any effect at all for both of them. For
no
that
need
part.
for auto-tune.
And then NLE Choppa in general has a flow, has a voice that he doesn't need to do anything with it.
Yeah,
which is just so much better from a production wise to do and to hear in general.
I'd say like Future is a 7, 8 out of 10 rapper, and Lil Uzi Vert's a 7 out of 10 rapper. Yeah. And Big Sean I haven't made my opinion on, but NLE Choppa is like an 8 out of 10 rapper.
Yeah, I can get
as far as like skills with your bars and your lyrics and your flow and not repeating and like overall just like abilities. With MF Doom being like a 15.
Yeah.
But
then 21 being like a 10.
Yeah. 21 being a 10. Old Dirty Bastard being like 16. I literally listen to Old Dirty Bastard tracks sometimes when I'm running. I'm just like, this.
It's just like, how?
It's like Trailblazer.
It's just like
it's
ridiculous.
None of these motherfuckers would be able to do this shit were it not for Old Dirty Bastard. Literally. Anyways, speaking of, NLE Choppa has a pretty hitter song called Taliban. I promise you, we keep the conversation relevant here on Audioface.
Yes.
And no, it's just like a really like, even though it's not a very feature-heavy album, that's a very like a good deliberate choice to make on here because it's really just letting the lyricism kind of speak and go and flow through it, and it's pretty chill. But I think my favorite lyrically speaking on here might be Body Catchers.
Body Catchers for me too.
It's like a straight sort of like it would come out of the style and vein of Savage Mode 2, where it's like, okay, this is just about trap and killing the ops in the streets, like kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And it's like very clever wordplay in there. instrumental really catches it. It's even like a slower song than what you would expect. Almost like trap and B, but very much not trap and B in style and what the lyricism is actually about. But no, like very, very good and just like has like an artistic level quality to it.
Yeah, there is, I forget which song it was. It might have been Twin Flame right before Body Catchers, where it was interesting where he went on a little rant against trapping in regard where he said, why do we objectify women?
Yeah.
Why do we do all of these things? Why do we say they need to do this for money? They need to do this. They need to police us, blah, blah, blah. And he goes in on people like fake flexing on trap and stuff as well in a whole song. I'm like, holy crap, all right, he's going in on stuff that we've been ranting about on Audioface forever. It's like, why do you always objectify? And it's nice to hear someone actually going out for women, so feminist NLE.
I mean, I had an interesting point with that. So Twin Flame is a very good track because a lot of it starts like a pretty like thought out sort of love, almost like not just love, fleeting love, but like this is my marriage, who I'm settling down with kind of person. And a lot about how you have those previous emotions from heartbreak in the past and then also go into what you want for the future. And a lot of where he kind of kicks that off into is like, I'll like snap if my daughter makes an OnlyFans or something like that. But it's like, it's coming at this sort of objectification and over-sexualization thing, not necessarily from the women should be able to do what they want to do perspective of it, but like there is this my idea of what is prideful and what is respectful to do and behave as, and this is where I believe it should be, which is like a fine line because there is that over-objectification, over-sexualization thing that should exist there, but there's also this, it blends into like black, like, what would I call it? I mean, like Hotep is the word for it, but like it blends, it blends into this like black people are this divine sort of thing. We have to like behave in this like Christian family hierarchical. It's like black conservatism essentially.
Yeah, it's like,
so it's,
you can't be gay either.
Yeah, and so it's like it's a fine message if it's like we as male rappers don't need to always be talking about this stuff.
Yeah,
it's a more questionable message as like you as female rappers don't need to be talking about this stuff while male rappers over here can also like talk about this stuff. It's like a little bit kind of iffy for me, but like I'm at the point where that's not going to make me hate or like the song that much. It's just like I'm not going to read that much into fucking NLE Choppa's political opinions.
No. It's just a nice difference because every other goddamn trap album this year, male trap album, it's just been the normal trapping and objectifying women 24/7 as
almost all the other
as
ones,
Baby Pluto was. We just reviewed where it's like that was the entire goddamn album. Like, okay.
Yeah, and that's the entire persona of Future and Lil Uzi Vert, who are two of the biggest artists in the game trap-wise. So it is very good, like you said, to see that very different. From Dark to Light is the name of the album, so like that kind of shows the dichotomy between the two of like that sort of like showing the both of them that you have there. So it's a little bit smarter there and a album theme. Moving on. Body Catchers we talked about a bit. So
and I think it was kind of, to me, the album felt top heavy because the bottom half was more true trap, and it was decent production. It was like, it wasn't just Future, it was just the same thing over and over again. Like 100 Grapes, I thought was a pretty solid song. I like it where it would pause for a second and just be like a freestyle flow for a little bit and then get more into a beat and then more freestyle and back and forth. I thought that was pretty cool. Before that, you have Hear Me featuring Ink that I thought was also a pretty solid track as well too. It reminded me of like some like early 2010 style of trap, where it's like that in between R&B / trap and B, like getting into that very beginnings of it, and it felt a little bit like that, so almost like a throwback style, which I haven't heard too much of. And overall, I mean, I did like I did enjoy the album. I think it ended well with Paradise. I thought it was a pretty solid song at the end, but it just got a little too trap heavy towards that bottom half for me. So the top half was fantastic. The bottom half, if he mixed it up with a little bit more of those songs like Bryson or Picture Me Grapin', which I don't like that word either. If you do some more of those songs into this album, I think you would have had a very, very good album if you put that in there. But then it just kind of lackluster towards the end. But overall, a pretty good effort.
Yeah, like cut a couple, make this a drop, move it around so
if you want,
like the end catches the beginning thematically. And you've got like a better thing. But there's a lot of stuff to think about in this album. There's a lot of a different perspective in here. I wouldn't expect that from anyone who has like 3 letters in the beginning of their name.
No,
so
exactly. Or tattooed on their neck.
Yeah, so good on that. Arbitrary scale this week is our Trump officials who have caught COVID-19, And I'm going to. There are so many of them. I'm gonna give this Mike Pence's spokeswoman, Katie Miller,
so random,
who's also
okay.
Stephen Miller's wife.
That's true. He is.
So
I want to give this. You know, I'll give this a Melania. I'll give this a solid Melania. Melania. Yeah. And then she went on a whole tangent with him, or with one of her friends, like, "This is pretty bad."
He's like, I hate this shit.
Never forgets.